ladies and gentlemen. Map 2 underway. And already NBK starting out with a kit.
Well, once again, kit and grenade and those USPSs in hand, and we've seen some stunning headshots already, so we're going to see if we can get a bit more of that. It's long range here, so you get a little bit more of a chance than on Inferno to get those headshots off, but you do need them. Once the Glocks get closer, it's going to be dangerous, but once C's gets close, it's going to get scary. He's got the Tech 9 and armor combination, so somebody dropped for him. The raid boss is already down. Kiyoshima picking it up. And Kenny goes down in return, but Happy spots one. Can he get the shot here on Zeus? He's a little bit scared. He's going to get stabbed in the back in the meantime. And Zeus is there jumping with the Tech 9. It looks like they're going to head into B. NBK about to get overwhelmed, trying to reload, but they're coming for him. Flamey around the corner, and the aim punch is going to end up shutting down NBK.
All too easy, it seems. Flamey lining it up nicely, but Happy and Apex quickly replied. They're getting it down to a 2-on-2. Now, Zeus, the raid boss, as you've called, he's going to be called into action here. Happy still around the side, will get spotted. Zeus gets himself the triple. And the raid boss works once again in the pistol. NaVi, a very important T-side start.
Great spread out as well to gather a lot of information and kind of force them into these one-on-one executes. Not committing into a site as well, not committing to that B rush or maybe that A push in towards CT spawn. A good start for NaVi. They got both pistol rounds on the first map. They got the pistol round here in the first half of Mirage. And now to see if EnvyUs can fight back. They have the scout on Happy, funny enough, not on NBK this time. And Happy's gonna be the man over towards that A site, going for those jump scouts.
Well, and you can see the hop up and down. It's a point of contention that many players have raised coming into this one. This such super accurate, but you still have to land those shots. You have to be on target, and Happy is. He manages to get the first tag down, doesn't get the second, but he continues jumping. They know his position. Apex is still holding steady. Apex is yet to show himself. He's tucked away in the corner, but he doesn't manage to land. The opener sees it there, and now NaVi are in control of sight.
NBK in a little trouble as well. Ends up being the last man alive on 40 health. And a 1v2 jumping, he's not going to get it. Very close there. Zeus down to 6 health, but they're going to make it back. An expensive round for NaVi. But hopefully they can pick up this following one without losing too much. In fact, look at Envy. This is ridiculous. This is a bit of a mind game. Another scout in. Jason, you get your wish this time on NBK.
I mean, this is the man we saw in Dust 2 do so damn well with it. But forcing up into this round yet again. And he got a lot of damage done to NaVi. They forced him onto just a Tech 9 for Flamey, trying to save it for that op over for a Guardian. But they still have the AKs. They have the Galils, so this is going to be really rough for them. And that very well could have been a round that they won. We can see NaVi hyper to the A site. Apex only man there, and there we go. NBK, jump scout master.
Apex is going to get caught all unawares on his own over an A site. They do manage to just gun him down. Kenny was looking in the mid there, but he does manage to get the one on Guardian. Now they know the site, but he's not waiting for NBK to join him. That was maybe a little bit of a mistake. They did get the tag down. Flamey, of course, gets that headshot, but if Kenny had just waited 5 seconds, he would have joined him, and it would have been a 2v2 retake.
NaVi have to make some big mistakes to lose this, and I think NBK realizes he's going to pick up a Galil instead. He's got a smoke, but no kit, so putting up a smoke and defusing just takes a bit too long. Checking where he can, but yeah, falling back with the Galil might not be the worst idea, because they committed so much this round. They're not going to be able to buy next round anyway. He gets the 1 kill. Even if he had killed Zeus, they wouldn't have won the round because of it. So 3-0, and Envy in a very strange position now.
But again, those haven't been clean rounds for Envy. They do have 7k on Flamey, so they could donate the op over to Guardian. But we know EnvyUs, they forced that round up. They're not going to have much to spend in this one, so there's no real need to it. And Edward already seen pick up the MP7 to just go with that. But you have to really wonder, there has to be some miscoms within EnvyUs, because that's not the first round we've seen, you know, Kenny's go in when he has backup coming. If he just waits a couple seconds later, it could have been a 2-on-2 retake there. On Inferno, it could have been Apex him pushing through a smoke towards B, and they need to really figure that out. But they've gone for a stack towards A.
Yeah, 4 members. Kiyoshima keeping an eye on apartments, but the smokes are going out. It's Kenny and Apex that are actually in close and personal, but Zeus has already managed to find himself one. Happy just trying to lurk around the smoke. Kenny picks himself up a rifle. What can he do with it? Gets in and around there, but immediately he's gunned down, and this is simple stuff for NaVi as they just execute all of Envy over on A site. NBK, the sole man standing. NaVi, very good start for them, honestly, on the T side. A 4-0 is just exactly what they wanted. You can see NBK just going to try and keep hold of this rifle, pack himself into a corner effectively as Seized and Edward look to close out the angles. 3 alive. Their economy is absolutely booming right now.
I guess saving this rifle will be important at some point here for MBK, considering he invested into another scout. So a bit of a strange situation, and it seems like even a bit of a server hiccup here. So do not fear. We'll obviously be able to get back into the game quickly.
MBK survived, is what I can tell you. He managed to hang on throughout that round. Almost got caught out in A site. And we are straight back into it. 4-0. What a great start for NaVi already on the T side. This is Envy's round. This is the one where they have to answer Kenny S with your.
Exactly. Kenny S up against Guardian, but Guardian's not going to be going for the challenge in middle. He's going to be going, I believe, over towards B to try to pick someone going for the jump shots like MBK has been doing inside apartments, but Kenny S already got a tag.
Good leg there onto Edward, going to shut him down a bit. Looked like the follow-up shot for the wall almost could have hit him, but I think there was a bit more between the two players. And oh, look at Kenny taking down Zeus. That's a huge kill to start off with. Guardian very close here, and MBK's got to be careful. Guardian is a champion at hitting these shots, but he's not going to get the chance, and that's a smart move. Once you get the entry, why risk it any further? Why not just play it safe? And I think that's what Envy are doing.
And I like how we rotate, or EnvyUs rotated Kenny S from middle over towards A, just to defend the site, move him around like his typical style was back in the day when he was with Titan, shoot from one spot, move somewhere else. And we've had teams figure out, you know, how he kind of plays that, thinking of Nothing on Cloud9, but it's a good little adaptation. MBK still stay alive with the scout, and it looks like NaVi, they want to push towards the site.
It's such a tricky shot for Guardian to hit as well. This little jumping peak that MBK is doing. So hard to find that little head as it pops up. But it looks like that's what they're going to try. Seized and Flamey are the ones that challenge, but there's a jumping headshot from MBK. He lines up the second Edward. If he creeps a little closer, but now he's going to realize there's one in van. It sees that manages to take him down. But Envy are coming around in force.
2v4 right now at about 20 seconds left. Guardian gonna hit the shot, but that leaves him alone. C's going down, and he's gonna make a run for it. He'd have to pick up the bomb, try and plant it with 3 people on the bomb side. That is just not gonna happen. So the best he could do here is make it expensive for Envy if they try and run for it. And even though that looked like it could have been a shot, didn't quite manage to hit him. So I think he's gonna be able to save the AWP here. Should be possible. But a round for Envy, and she was saying, Lee, one that they need to get.
Absolutely, the first on their board. But of course, as I was mentioning, NaVi, they should be all right. Edward is a little low on cash, but everybody else, yeah, guns being passed around, so they should be okay coming into this round. EnvyUs, of course. Let's see where Guardian wants to take that all. Not too successful over on B side, but is it going to be a mid challenge? It may well be.
It's really difficult to, unless you don't have the spawn, but it looks like he has where he's going to be going.
He's looking for it. Look at this standoff between the two. This is what we wanted. Two of the best AWPers in the world. And they're gonna both end up being very passive here instead of committing to it. Nobody wants to give up that first death in the round. Smoking it off once again means a lot of mid control here for NaVi, and they can use that in multiple ways.
Oh, Kenny's actually rotating the wrong way. He's going towards A site, and we can see it's a B site stack up here. Flamey sees Zeus, Edward all making their way and ready to go. Happy's gonna have to be crucial here on short. MBK still hopping up and down, waiting, trying to get an angle on anything as NaVi run that clock down ever so close. Still 3 stack on A site from Envy. Kenny is way over at toll booth.
And on Inferno, we were talking about how NaVi were a bit too slow. If they commit the same mistakes here on the terrorist side of Mirage, that's going to be very scary indeed. About 35 seconds, still only 2 people in B. So for now, Envy haven't caught on to the fact that this is happening, but now they will. Zeus announcing their presence. Happy's flashed as well. Edward takes him down, and it's a perfect opening. This retake, it's not even worth it. Look at Envy. They're going to give that up, and that's a huge strike back from NaVi.
I think Kenny was just hurt as well as he was trying to run away. I think Zeus might try to go for the challenge, and he can't really afford to lose this AWP.
Oh, Edward's going to find him. Kenny's going to manage to get a big tag, and Zeus is just on 6th health, but he is in a desperate trouble. Edward on the hunt, trying to chase down Kenny. He's got to spin around and try and get a run shot, but it's not going to happen. And that will be so critical to Envy's defense. Remember, their economy will be shattered here. And Kiyoshima, well, it looks like he will hold on to his final M4, but a great round from NaVi. Everybody staying alive, everything working in their favor here. A 5-1 start on the T side is just about everything they could have dreamed of.
And what's so important on this map as CT or T is economy management. Like, you need to have those grenades, those flashes, those smokes, and Molotovs to prevent a team from rushing you or to use it to execute on towards a site. And if EnvyUs can't get something stable going for them, they can't stop a rush towards A unless they get really lucky with some great shots and maybe one flashbang coming around a corner.
Look at where this leaves Envy. 1M for a 1. That dreaded scout on MBK. He's going to have to pull some magic, even more than he did earlier. Otherwise, this might not work out. A minute and 30 seconds left in NaVi. They're still playing this very slow style, but it's paid off for them so far. And the change up from Inferno is that once they actually do hit the enemy team, once they run into Envy somewhere, there is a lot more force behind it. There's a lot more speed.
I really like the change up, the fact that they went slow here and waited in middle, because when a team has like one M4 against you, they might rush middle with him and some pistols to pick up some guns and get an early advantage, an early man advantage. Instead, they play that one really slow, running down a lot of the clock, and we're seeing EnvyUs try to be forced to do something.
Well, at the moment, Apex, very aggressive stuff up close with that P250, but Guardian, unfortunately for him, is not going to fall for it. And now full mid control. It's going to be MBK that's being pressured. He's all alone with that scout. He's got to try and land one of those jumping shots once again. He may get a second chance, but he does manage to get the tag, but he doesn't get the frag. He gets 2 tags, a 3rd tag as well. These are all really low, and this is totally doable by Apex and Kyo.
I can't believe that he hits every single one, but they might still lose the round. Now, Apex doesn't have any armor, so if he gets tagged even once, that aim punch is going to get rid of him. Means a lot is going to come down to Kiyoshima. Doesn't get tagged up there. He actually hits the shot on Flamey. Look at the combined health that's left on NaVi here. They're getting away with murder right now. It's all on Apex here in a 1v3, and he's got no tools to complete this task with. Just looking for a couple of exits here. He's going to take down Edward. He drops to Guardian. It is a team ace coming out of NaVi, each individual picking up a kill.
I would say that would be a good round for EnvyUs, making it expensive if NaVi didn't have so much money to spend coming into this one. But again, we're seeing NaVi really show why this is such a strong map for them. Guardian's been able to help open up one of these sites. The executes have been slick out of them. And EnvyUs are struggling to get really a solid economy going, but we're seeing a change up. We're seeing Happy, the man in the room with the op, and he's actually going to be over towards B. I think he's going to move over towards short and try to peek in towards middle with the help of Kenny S, with a nice flashbang coming in maybe from Apex or Kyo, but they're trying to change things, but trying to adapt. This is what you need to do when you're already down 5 rounds.
Look how deep and aggressive Apex is in ramp here, and this is going to be a ramp play as well. That smoke is going to counter things. This flash will go across. Trying to get into a little unusual angle here, but that spray will give his position away. Just tucks himself in, gets a second flash down, and pushes on through. He's right on top of Guardian. Edward manages to find him, but Guardian finally unleashes that AWP and gets the kill. And now, site control being contested. Happy trying to push on through in towards it. MBK up on stairs. They're going to try and find the angles. It's back and forth play. Happy up close and personal. The AWP is working for him, but Zeus once again reacts for his team and closes out another fantastic round for NaVi. It's now 7-1. This is an incredible T-side start.
You couldn't have asked for anything better, I think, for the side of NaVi. I mean, they went into Inferno, pulling it really close. But this is the map they should win. This is the map that they need to win to take it on to the 3rd. But Dust 2 is going to be even tricky as well.
They should win this map, but not in such a convincing fashion. I think Envy are a little bit shook right now. You can tell they made that gamble of the double force up with the scout, and it didn't pay off, and they've never been able to recover since here. Zeus is at 12-2 right now. He's the captain, he's the tactician, and he's also carrying this team at the moment. A clean entrance into the A-bomb site, no armor, no nothing. NBK continues with this scout. He's very, very adamant that this is going to work at some point.
Well, I mean, he has been landing the shots, but unfortunately for him, by the time he does, the rest of his team have already felt like a pack of cards. And, well, there is yet another signified proof, but when the rest of the team can't afford anything, it's a tricky investment.
I mean, this is the ups and downsides of forced buying, right? Whoa. You know, the upside is when you force, you're able to pick up the round or at least get a lot of damage done. The downside is you constantly keep buying, your team can't afford anything. But look, as you just pointed out, Happy and Kenny, that's the double up setup that we're hoping for. The question comes down to how well are they going to be hitting their shots. Happy already had some great up close and personal shots, but Kenny has been a little bit lackluster on this round so far. And he's even going for the challenge in middle from Connector, where they've been looking every single time for him.
Middle where the challenge is going, and Kenny this time does line up the shot, but he gets caught out. Apex has got himself the open on Flamey as well, over on ramp. So this is a good start for EnvyUs with his double up setup, and they're going to have to pick up every single round. Running NBK, some delicious headshots, and I think he's trying to prove a point right now with that scout. I will buy it every round, and I will get headshots.
Think about the last major with the Tech9 and Olaf Meister.
Yeah, it's a man on a mission is what we're seeing here. That's going to be a little bit annoying, but at the same time, they are 7 rounds behind. This one might be good, and it's very, very critical that Envy play the round like they just did, where they get pretty much all the opening frags, because if this turns into sort of a retake situation, nobody wants to retake a bomb site with 2 AWPs and a scout.
You know, would you agree in saying this, that this is kind of a desperation move out of EnvyUs? They try to save up for this double op setup, and if it doesn't work, well, you're screwed for, you know, a couple of rounds as well. You're gonna be forcing with just pistols and armor. Yeah, you have the round loss bonus, but this is kind of like a, well, this needs to work. We need to stop this route. We need to stop this lead as soon as we can.
Yeah, I would say definitely yes, but when you're this far behind, you have to try something desperate. You know, being desperate is kind of all right when you're this far behind. It's just bad if you don't need to. If they made this play, which they kind of did in the 3rd round. They were making a desperate move in the 3rd round when they bought pistols and scout again. There was no reason to do that. They could have easily waited for the 4th round. So I think this time it's warranted. And it worked.
Let's see if it can work again as Kenny lines himself up the shot in window. Now, Season Edward actually delaying deliberately, maybe expecting some sort of rush up mid now, but it's not going to come. Kenny has actually dived out the window, so he will get challenged out. Caesar's going to go for the slow peek, but Happy already holding that cross angle. Zeus has only got 3 deaths so far in the entire game. He is looking to challenge out Kenny S, and that's not where you keep your death record held high. Kenny will manage to land the opener. This is going to be an A play. They want to try the 2 split. They were trying to go for that 3-2 split, but it's still going to get started off. Flamey and Guardian pushing ramp.
Kenny with another shot, but he's going to go down there. Edward picking up the kill. He gets sprayed down in return, and we're back into a 2v3. Plenty of time for the remaining NaVi members to get something done, but it doesn't seem like it's possible. Guardian will be the last man left here, and Envy, after a really, really long drought, they've only been able to put themselves in a decent position here where they can actually pick up a couple of rounds. It feels like it's much too late. 8 rounds is quite a lot on the T side of Mirage, so I don't know how they can get fully back into the game. They're definitely not giving up. That grenade almost catching Guardian. Not quite, though.
One thing we're seeing as well, most importantly, is the fact that because Guardian took so long for this round, they're able to pick up the double up setup. They already lost 1.
He's going to go for the plant, surely. MBK, you know this? Oh, wow, that was so close. Now he can't do it. Now he can't do it. Apex has come back around. Oh my life, Guardian is so close to landing both of those shots, but they will eventually close out the round and rescue both orbs. But that was a little closer than it should have been.
That could have gone Guardian's way. Like, why were they giving him heads to shoot at? We know how damn good of an opper he is, but getting a little bit lucky, and like you said, Demon, saving the double op, most importantly. Guardian taking a lot of time in that round, allowed them to pick it up, even with Kiwa going down. And you can see Happy Kenny is back on that. And MBK on a scout yet again. He can afford the M4, but he's sticking with it because this is giving him some solid B control. If Guardian can't hit the shot, like we've seen him try, then he's going to constantly get away with this.
Well, when he's landing shot after shot after shot, you know, when he's jumping up and down, bouncing, it's really the perfect weapon for him in that angle.
And you see the fact that he can hit a shot, put a Molotov down as well. He doesn't have a grenade, but he has that to delay because they can't run through it with no health already being tagged up.
Now, we just got to point out here again for any new viewers, the kind of buy that NaVi are into here, where you see they have the pistols and the armor, is not the same kind of desperation buy that Envy were doing earlier. This is just NaVi evening out the economy on the team. They'll be able to buy next round anyway, so they haven't fully committed to this round. It's just a way of sort of saying, maybe if we get a good entry frag, we can make this work. And as Kenny's moving up the middle, there's pretty much a good chance for that to happen. If he misses a shot here, he could get run over. He's back. He's going to end up falling back. A very scary situation, but Happy's there to follow it up. A good teamwork.
Oh, Zeus tried to win the foot race and does manage to get one down, but he knows that Happy is just above him. If they can pressure him, Edward's going to try and run around the corner. Apex will get that kill, but that is Happy going down. So both orbs actually being caught out, but Kiyoshima delivers from Connector, and Apex holds strong. And we do see another round on the board for Envy. They have to continue this momentum, though. They have to continue picking up another 3 rounds to close out and even just get remotely close moving into that T side.
And again, they rescued the double op. Actually, yeah, they do. Kenny is right in front of them with MBK looking at it, going to shoot it over to his teammates. So they're constantly keeping the double op set up alive, even with the comment that they're building up. If NaVi could have punished it and not allow them to get the guns, it would have changed the way that EnvyUs are playing. But Kenny, yes, and Happy, you pointed it out before, Demon. Fantastic synergy between these 2 players in middle, constantly backing each other up. Kenny pushes up middle, has Happy there to watch him retreat, is able to secure a kill.
And that's something that this new lineup has afforded them, is the ability to do that. And of course, Smith was there before, but Kenny S, this is seemingly on another level at the moment. Hasn't gone crazy just yet. Just yet. There's a long way to go in this tournament, but this is going to be a big A hit.
That's funny, Anders. We haven't really seen any set executes towards the A site just yet.
No, I think they've had mostly what has worked on the A-bomb side has been just pure entry frags. This time, you're right, they're going to go for it. Smokes are in, and a great opening from Guardian to shut down Apex. Kyoshima rotating into the angle. It's going to be taking down C, so it's a good trade initially here. Now, if they can just wait and pick them off before they get the bomb down, that'll be perfect. Kyoshima picking up one more kill, makes it a triple, finally shot down by Edward, who's going to be alone in a 1v3, gets another headshot. Still a little bit more to do. He's spraying, coming around. Happy executes him, and that's a nice triple there for Kyoshima, followed up by a double by Edward. That's going to make it 8-5.
Now, is that an error from NaVi not smoking jungle and allowing Kyo to get that triple, or was that a tactical play, expecting and trying to keep the angle open for Guardian?
I want to say there's a little bit of both, because the way they entered that site after throwing the smokes, it wasn't like, oh, wait for the smokes to bloom, then we go in. It was, we'll throw the smokes and go in when they don't expect us. And I think the man who died first would have had the smoke to cover off jungle, but because he died, obviously couldn't do that, and they're able to really work with that position out of Kyo.
Well, MBK, he's decided to switch it up. He's gone mag 7, so no more jumping scouts. He wants to get a little up close and personal, make it a little angry game. But look at this, Happy holding that angle. It is just pistols, of course, and has managed to get himself a second bite of the cherry. Lines them up, gets another bomb carrier down. Grenade will finish the job on Guardian. Oh, no, actually managed to sidestep it somehow, but Envy going to close this one out. That will take it to 8-6, so this is a good recovery from Envy, and it's all down to that double up they've luckily managed to hold on to for a while, and that will have to be another collected up.
Yeah, and NBK is still jumping, so even though he switches the weapon, he's still on that. He's still on that. You know, he's not going to give it up. Just to point out what NaVi were trying to do in this round, it's just, you know, they didn't have a lot, but they tried to give themselves a good chance by throwing smokes from outside of B into middle and window to pretend that they were going to try and take B control, but obviously if Happy was there, it's not going to work, but yeah, it's quite a cool idea.
It's just worrisome to me that they still did it after Happy already spotted a man out. Maybe it was kind of like, well, he saw one guy, yeah, so we're kind of like, he's not going to expect there to be more people there. But either way, I mean, we're looking at, you know, potential 7-8 scoreline in favor of NaVi. That's still not a great CT side.
It's not, but when you're 7-1 down, it's...
I mean, you'll take it. You'll take it when you can get it.
Any day of the week, yeah. But like you say, Envy have definitely got themselves a tough task ahead of them when they move to this T side, because, you know, you'd expect to see a stronger CT side, especially from Envy, but it's not beyond the realms of possibility, and it is certainly not done the deal yet, because NaVi, with AKs in hands, could easily make this a 9-6. It's looking like it's going to be another A split play, but Kenny, yes, going aggressive down mid, will find Edward there. So that's going to slow C's down. He was meant to be the wraparound. He was meant to be the man that pushed into connector, but they've not been able to loosen Kenny S and Happy from that mid control.
It's a devastating shot to start the round with, and maybe to end the half with as well. That kind of beginning, you're right. Edward, key in this round. Mid control, they've lost it. We'll see if it's going to change. C's trying to feign some B aggression, but they're not biting. You can tell Envy know what's coming here, and it's going to be a double kill. Well, actually, it's just going to be one for Apex, one for MBK. Guardian and Flamey will refrag here, but if this isn't enough, they've got 20 seconds left. They need to get in, get this bomb down, and this Flamey very low on health. And he's the one carrying the bomb. That's not a good sign. Guardian goes down, and it's Kenny who ends up with a double and making it 8-7. What a comeback. That's 6 rounds in a row for Envy to end this half.
I have to point something out here, guys. How many rounds did we see MBK on a real gun? Like an assault rifle, like an M4. I think 1, maybe 2. He finished at 12-8, which is a scout and a mag 7.
Yeah,
He's an economy a guy for his team.
Can we do some sort of disclaimer here and say, just don't try this at home? This is not how you're supposed to be playing. But if you're MBK, you're just a little bit above that.
The fact that he can play with the scout or the mag 7 and just sit there, jump over towards B halls. NaVi were up 8-1. He pretty much stopped them for going towards that B side constant because of that pressure and because of Happy as well. I mean, once we saw the double up come in, it was solid lockdown control. Envious didn't drop a single round once they were able to secure that.
We should also try and point out that this is also a positional thing. There are certain maps where this is viable, and there are a bunch of maps where it's not. On Dust 2 has a similar feature right next to CT spawn. As people come up the catwalk, you can do a similar thing. Maybe not so much with the Scout, but the Mag 7 certainly works. But you got to know where to play it, and MBK, well, he's proven it. You guys were pointing this out last year as well. Very strong with all of that.
It's definitely a weapon he can work well with, and as you pointed out, he is a specialist on it. There's a couple of them out there.
Great t-shirts.
Representing everybody in this tournament. Now, obviously, don't forget the 8 teams that are here are all now effectively legends. They are all qualified for the next major, and that's a big boost in itself for everyone attending. Of course, you know, Envy coming into this one with that little roster shuffle. NaVi, it's a big thing for all the teams, all the sponsors that are out there to get to this stage. But more importantly, how good must it feel for these guys to be playing in front of this gigantic crowd? 10,000 of you packed into this arena, from what I'm hearing.
If I'm not mistaken, only one team was able to qualify that wasn't a legend last time, and that was Kingwin.
Yeah, Luminosity obviously got themselves back in. Kingwin in for...
has Hellraisers, I guess? Is that true? Were Hellraisers last time?
I think no, because they failed to qualify. They went through qualification. Damn it, now I've actually put myself on the spot. This is backfired on me. You're meant to give me an answer.
I'm sorry, I failed you, D-Man. I apologize. Look, we're going to go into the second half here.
Can't remember. Let's get back to the game. I'm going to confuse myself otherwise. Envy now on the T side, and they have to have an explosive start here to try and get these rounds that they require, and they're immediately in towards the A side. Flamey, though, manages to find one on towards MBK. Happy does respond as he pushes through on towards that T side, but the bomb plant coming in, and the smokes are in the right place. Edward pushing through the smoke.
And look at this. Oh, he's going to miss the shots. Now it's all on Guardian. He gets a kill, but he's trapped in corner, and it's not going to work out. Kiyoshima picks up a triple kill instead. And what a great start. It looked like one of the Envy members, his home planet needed him. He was just about to take off there.
The thing is, that strategy, it's so tried and tested, and it works almost, well, not every time, it works so often. The fact that you can smoke off jungle and stairs and move straight in towards CT, you play in the close quarter combat with the blocks up against the USPs and try to, you know, rush them down before they can do much off that. And then once you take that CT control, you rotate back towards site, and teams, you know, on CT side typically won't have nades, at least towards the A site, to stop you. They won't have flashes, they'll have armor, and potentially a kit.
Guardian trying for a couple of blind shots in the middle there with the Deagle, and seized, maybe inspired by NBK and the earlier scout success. Feels like that's a thing. Guardian here going to miss the shots, and Zeus goes down, so not the best start here for NaVi. In fact, they're going to get shot down left and right, and those SMGs are going to net NaVi, or sorry, Envy a lot of money.
Just look at these contradicting styles. You see, when NaVi's on a buy and EnvyUs are on a save, they play slow, they try to pick you off, not lose too many men. That round, they bought up pistol armor. EnvyUs won the first round, they rushed straight into him. They just don't care. They want to pick up these kills. They want to keep this aggression on. And you're just seeing how different these teams can be and how, you know, they can work in different situations.
A full eco. It's very rare you see a total complete eco coming out of NaVi. But they are going to 5-man stack A side, and that's actually where Envy are creeping towards right now. They're just going to burst on straight through. They're not going to creep. They're going to run. They're going to sprint. They're straight in A side. This is just a massacre. That was a very quick round.
So we've just seen Envy play this style for all of Inferno. So really NaVi should be catching on by now. Once everything is underway, Envy aren't going to stop. They're going to keep going. It's up to NaVi to find a way to stop this. They know that it's happening, and they have to know.
Saving utility for those counter flashes and smokes can definitely be a good start to this round. And you also have to keep in mind, EnvyUs, that was the first pistol round that they won out of 4 so far. So that's a good start, and they're up 10-8 now currently. They're up against the bot of NaVi, who's still lacking quite a bit of utility in terms of flashes and smokes to stop EnvyUs from going once they start to get the steam rolling.
Zeus is going to be pivotal here. He's got 3 in apartments just around the corner. MBK happy and Kiyoshima all in there. But Zeus is going to start off one, comes around, doesn't manage to get the spray down on the second, but that's going to give the position away, and that's a fast rotate coming out of NaVi.
Flamey spraying close. He's going to get one, but they're shutting it down. Envy, they're a man up, and they've got plenty of time here. It ends up being a kill for Kenny, and it's all on CC. Gets shut down by Happy. A triple kill in that round with the AK-47, and you can tell Envy, they're so fired up here on the terrorist side.
And you got to really wonder, you know, Zeus there, that was such an odd angle to hold. You can understand, you know, kind of an off angle. They were going to push it, not expect you there. He picks up a kill. But to push it off the back of that, instead of just falling back and playing with your team when you have the man advantages, is one thing that really sticks out in my mind, because you're going to be up against 2 people. I don't believe he was flashed through into there either. So it's a really rough trade.
He wasn't, but he would know the smokes were going down behind him. So if he falls back, because, again, they're so aggressive, he kind of knows that they're going to be right up the ramp into him. He's going to either be stuck on the balcony or he's going to push. He's not going to get back up from his teammates because they're going to be smoked out.
perfect start, I think, here for EnvyUs. This is exactly what they hoped for. It's should give them the 5th round, and they're just gonna mow down. Edward, the last man with his scout, will manage to get the tag on the back. Doesn't manage to finish the job, though. There's nades all flashing past him. Got to be standing still, Edward. That working out well. This is getting really costly for Envy here. He can get the next one. Oh, Shroud maybe would have landed it, but Edward wasn't on the case this time. But that's the perfect start. Envy, 5 rounds, back-to-back on the T side. Exactly what they needed to try and pick up those rounds on T.
Yeah, and if you combine them with the 7 they won at the end of the first half, that means they've taken 11 rounds in a row here, Envy, to bring it back to 12-8. That's very hard to overcome, isn't it?
I mean, keep in mind how this game really turned for EnvyUs. That double-up pickup out of them. The desperation buys before weren't really accomplishing much, forcing the pistols, forcing the scout as well. And now we're kind of seeing NaVi go for the same kind of route, where they have to be very careful, very wise of their economy. Guardian's able to forward the op into this round. You got to pay attention, into the next ones. It's, one round won't get you back in the game. It's going to take consecutive rounds string together. And the momentum that EnvyUs has, I mean, it's pretty insane. Kenyas is starting to look a little bit more confident on the op, happy. He's more than happy to back away from using it and give it over to him. And he was still even having some phenomenal shots. But NaVi, they need to change up the game. They need to catch out EnvyUs, because this is going to potentially knock them out of the tournament.
This is the big buy round. This is the one that counts. This is the one that Envy actually managed to pick up last time around. Let's see if NaVi can try and do something similar. Happy, the sole man, to challenge out at the top and mid, while everybody else from Envy lines themselves up. It's a 4-man push from A side. MBK is going to be the pivotal man coming around the corner. Guardian lining up the shots on him, but in his face is Apex, and that's going to turn the game on its head.
Oh no, this is not a good start here. NaVi, they need this round, and Edward's going to get a little bit back, but it's nowhere near enough. Sees he can't even make it across the map before his whole team has been decimated. So yeah, 13-9. Do you guys remember that point in time when NaVi were up 7-1 and now it's 8-13? What has been going on?
NaVi really need to just get something and try and pull out exactly what Envy did. Those rounds back to back, think back to the CT side and Inferno, 9 rounds back to back. It's possible from the CT side of Mirage, absolutely. If you can get yourself set up and put Envy in a dark place, but at the moment, they're seemingly looking a little more confident now than they were. There was clear concern on their faces at half-time. They knew that it was a tough ask, but this is just about perfect for them. 6 rounds unanswered by NaVi, and now we're seeing a force coming out of NaVi. This is starting to become desperate times.
I'm just loving the aggression we're seeing at EnvyUs round in and round out on this T side. They're just not letting NaVi get comfortable, not sticking to any strategies that they might have been known for, and not coming to one side over and over and over again. It's just kind of split up, work off your picks, be confident about this. I would like to see NaVi, considering they're forcing, maybe push up middle together to stop them.
Yeah, and this is an adjustment from NaVi. This time they're actually holding 2 people directly on the bomb side, although one of them Flame. Yeah, he's going to stay on the bomb side. So this is them trying to say, right, if you're going to go for the same strat, then we've got the manpower here. A 3rd one nearby. I like this adjustment. We'll see if it's going to work for the Ukrainian team. In the middle, there's going to be an engagement, but Envy, they're going to win both of them, and Edward with the only reply. So now it's just Flamey. Gets a headshot on Apex and tries to keep going, but NVK will shut him down. They had the idea, NaVi. They just could not get the kills.
Now, do they try and keep hold of these weapons? Edward actually finds another. It's down to a 2-on-2. This is such a big pivotal round for NaVi. Edward already going huge. Caesar's going to join him, but Q holding the bomb down. Edward's found Kiyoshima. Q, my God, Kenny, the last man standing, but he's in a great hold position. They just have to flush him out. They know exactly where he is. Edward, lines up the shots, but doesn't manage to make it. They're going, the defuser's coming in. Caesar's on this plant. Oh, he's managed to get Kenny down. What a big play from Edward throughout that round to make that triple from mid. And it's the round that NaVi needed to get their economy going.
That round comes down to Flamey as well. Just at the start, sticking inside, like you said, Anders, being prepared for the strat being executed yet again, and he stalls for so much time picking up those 2 kills. A fantastic job by NaVi to get back, especially when the pressure was on.
Yeah, but I'm still very worried. When you're committing 3 people to hold on the A-bomb site, more or less, okay, one of them on the stairwell, but it's still close. You should be able to get much more out of it. You should be a man up, and you should be in a very good position. If Edward doesn't do what he did, then they lose the round way earlier. It looks like they're going to change it up on the Envy side as well, taking down Zeus.
Guardian replies, though, with a quick AWP, and he's got this covered off, and now Edward in a great position. He's just had a fantastic round, but Kenny S managing to land the shot. Now that's going to open things up. Happy also getting the opening on ramp has made EnvyUs turn around. They were starting to push towards B site, but now Guardian still could play a very big part in this one if he can land his shots.
2v3 at the moment, and two of them very soft on the Envy side, but plenty of time for the terrorists to get in here somewhere. See if they can get that bomb down. Guardian is about to be sandwiched in. He needs backup from Zeus, otherwise this is not going to be working out well. Happy sneaking up right behind him, and the timing is everything here. He's going to walk out. Guardian missing a shot, and Happy sees the opportunity, and it's going to be it. Kenny following it up with a double, and that is 14-9 here. Envy 2 rounds away from making it to the semi-finals.
It feels like NaVi are playing the A side super old school, where you kind of sit tucked in instead of playing for the retake, where it's so much easier to do. The A side, it's relatively easy to get into, but it's really hard to hold on to from the terrorists. But look at this, 14-9. NaVi have almost nothing to spend their money on. This is getting dangerous for them here, Demon.
Their economy is in tatters. Edward, he was such a big man before, but he's going to have to go huge again. They 4-man stacked over on A side, but this time it's Envy going for mid-control. They're going to push on through, straight towards Zeus. They've smoked him off. They could just go straight to B. It is wide open to them.
Zeus trying to jump up on top of that smoke, see if he can see anyone over it. You can certainly hear them on the other side. That AK-47 blazing away. But this would be a bit of a miracle comeback right now. NaVi, they seem honestly broken. They haven't been able to come up with any answers to all of this Envy aggression. And Envy, to their credit, they've been hitting A-bomb sites so much, they switch it up and start taking mid-control. So even if NaVi were coming up with an answer, as we can tell, they try to make the adjustment and put 3 people there. Now the game has changed once again.
You've mentioned them hitting the A side so many times. They hit it every single time now so far. And they've been, well, not stopped very often.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be another A. Flamey up close. If he can get Apex down and maybe pick up that AK, could get himself, but that's going to show his back, and that's going to be a very easy cleanup. Happy just sitting at short. They have every angle covered off here for the rotates. It's easy one, but Apex with the spray down will get another. And Edward, the sole man standing with his bulldozer mag 7. Ready to take Kenny S apart. He manages to start things off, but Kyo was covering. And it is now match point for Envy to book their place in the semi-finals.
And look what this says about EnvyUs as well here, Demon. I mean, the fact that Mirage is one of their weaker maps, and they're up against NaVi, one of the powerhouses on it, and they're still able to come back from being down 8-1 and potentially take the victory and get themselves in the semifinals.
And they've done the same on themselves. They are now 8-1 up on the T side. It is a magnificent performance from Envy. They are looking world beaters. Question is, can anybody in this tournament step up and challenge them? NaVi with next to nothing. Desperate to hold on to these sites, but it is looking like a thankless task.
I don't know what could be done at this point. It's going to be nothing short of a miracle. Zeus playing in the corner here, sees set 75. He can't see a thing. Smokes, flashes, Flamey hits a headshot, and Zeus almost with the kill, but it's going to be a double in return. And Guardian goes down, and ladies and gentlemen, Envy, they are crushing NaVi here on Mirage. A huge comeback. Sees Edward, though. They pick up 2 kills, 3 kills, and it's going to be on it. Kenny all alone, misses the shot. Edward close with the mag 7, and around the corner he goes. It's seized to pick up the kill, the triple, and NaVi. Is it going to be overtime? Is that what we're gunning for?
What just happened, Anders? I have no idea how they managed to turn that around. They had literally nothing in their hands. Pistols, that singular opener scout from Flamey, and of course, the mag 7 from Edward. Wow, what a turnaround.
I mean, Zeus did a great job. Yeah, he didn't get a kill towards balcony, but he softened up 1 man, which allowed C's to pick up a triple kill with the 5-7 from CT towards Toll Booth. But now, 1 round's not going to do it. EnvyUs have so much money to work with that you're not going to break their bank. You have to go to pick up these rounds when they're fully bought up, and here we go.
Edward manages to pop out, gets 1 for short, but it will be traded quickly by Kiyoshima. Zeus and Guardian just sitting the other side of the smoke. Now, A has been hit so many times. They have to be prepared for this one. They do have 3 lying in wait. Guardian's going to try and go for the peak, but Kenny S will land the shot, settling that debut with a second. And now it's all on Flamey in sight. Seeds is all the way over on B site. This is going to be a very tricky hold. Envy looking to book that perfect place in the semi-finals. They have looked impeccable so far. Flamey on just 2 health. Kenny and Keo moving with MBK in defense. This is all over, ladies and gentlemen. Envy surely now with the plant going down or closing out. And who would it be but Kenny S to take the semi-finals. EnvyUs will take it in 2. And it was really a dominant performance in the end from them to close out that quarterfinal.